Morgan Spurlock appeared to have it all, but his world eventually came crashing down. Behind the scenes, he spent years grappling with personal demons before his tragic death. When Super Size Me was released in 2004, it catapulted Spurlock to fame, but it also had several negative impacts on his life. As part of the consequences of his all-McDonald's diet in the film, Spurlock discussed not just the physical changes, but also the mental ones. He noted, "I would often notice this pressure on my chest, and by day 9, I was getting incredibly depressed. I would eat the food and feel fantastic for about an hour. Then I'd feel depressed again. I don't feel good today. Not that I feel sick, but I just feel really depressed. For no reason." Spurlock also shared that his struggles with depression extended beyond the infamous 30-day McDonald's experiment. In a 2019 interview with Deadline, he revealed that during a conversation with his doctor about unspecified family issues, the topic turned to depression, and he opened up. He recalled saying, "I'm depressed every day." The doctor asked, "What do you mean you're depressed every day? When?" Spurlock responded, "Every morning when I wake up and every night when I go to bed." Understanding what goes on behind the scenes of someone's life, especially someone in the spotlight, is often impossible. In 2017, Spurlock wrote a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Despite it being briefed, it revealed a lot. Among other revelations, it mentioned his struggles with addiction. Reflecting on his life, he asked himself why he had done certain things, pondering, "Is it because I have consistently been drinking since the age of 13? I haven't been sober for more than a week in 30 years. After releasing the post, Spurlock checked into rehab. He told Deadline, "Rehab gave me clarity. I came back and saw the world in a very different way and saw my actions in a different way. I saw the way I wanted to live my life and treat people, the husband I wanted to be, the father I wanted to be, in a very different way." While holding the fast food industry accountable for providing healthy options is commendable, Super Size Me had its share of critics. In 2006, researchers from Sweden's University of Linköping tried replicating the results with healthy student volunteers. They experienced weight gain and discomfort, but nothing as extreme as what Spurlock's doctors reported. One notable aspect of Spurlock's experience was liver damage, which was unprecedented at the time. Critics later questioned whether his long-term alcohol use had contributed to the liver damage, casting doubt on the documentary's claims. In the film, Spurlock stated he wasn't drinking alcohol during the experiment, but the revelation of his drinking history raised questions about the experiment's validity. The MeToo movement gained significant traction in 2017, and that same year, Morgan Spurlock made a controversial statement. Twitter X post was a voluntary admission of his history of harassment. He wrote, "When I was in college, a girl who I hooked up with on a one-night stand accused me of..." He clarified that wasn't how he remembered it, and went on to discuss other incidents of sexual misconduct. In one instance, he paid to settle a sexual harassment accusation at his workplace. "I would say things to someone that was my assistant that were really offensive," he admitted. Describing how he paid off that assistant, he wrote, "I paid for her silence and cooperation. Most of all, I paid so I could remain who I was. I'm part of the problem." The backlash was swift and harsh, and he was canceled by the media, fans, and colleagues alike. He later told Deadline that he had intended to support change, but instead saw his life torn apart. "I regret a lot of things about it. I regret the impact it had on my family. I regret the impact it had on my friendships." Within a week, everything was done. Both his company and career floundered, and a year and a half later, he faced bankruptcy. When Morgan Spurlock stepped away from his production company amid his confession of sexual misconduct and his entry into rehab, it ended a project with significant potential. He had been planning a series with Sarah Jessica Parker for TNT, focusing on women's issues like body autonomy, family planning, and workplace discrimination, titled "Who Rules the World?" However, Spurlock's revelations changed everything, leading to a massive lawsuit. Turner Entertainment sued Spurlock, demanding repayment of all the money spent on the project and making it clear why they were cutting ties with him. Morgan Spurlock was left with a hefty fine of $1.3 million. At the time, he had little to fall back on, as YouTube, Sundance, and Showtime had also severed their agreements with him. In 2017, Spurlock was set to tackle the issue of animal welfare and factory chicken farm cruelty with his documentary Super Size Me 2 Holy Chicken. Alongside the documentary, he planned to open a restaurant called Holy Chicken, although many outlets suggested it was merely a promotional stunt for the documentary. Spurlock told Today that there were plans for permanent locations. The restaurant aimed to expose deceptive marketing tactics, using green to suggest freshness, avoiding the word fried, using fake grill marks, all while offering a genuine alternative to fast food chicken. Affordable, honest, fast food you could feel good about. Despite these ambitious plans, Holy Chicken never gained traction, and it's unclear if it ever moved beyond the promotional stage. The backlash from his misconduct admission affected both the restaurant and the documentary. After Spurlock's confessional post he faced severe repercussions. His documentary, Supersize Me 2 Holy Chicken, was pulled, future projects were scrapped, and his company, Warrior Poets, faced an uncertain future. The fallout extended far beyond Spurlock himself, affecting those around him in heartbreaking ways. He posted on December 14th and later told Deadline, "I regret the impact it had on 65 people who were working in my office, and then within a week were suddenly out of a job the week before Christmas. To be in that position right before the holidays was the worst thing ever." Poultry farmers who had collaborated with him on Supersize Me 2 Holy Chicken were also caught in the blast zone of his career implosion. Spurlock explained that everything surrounding the film had fallen apart after his confession, including the livelihoods of some farmers who had appeared in the film. He mentioned two in particular who had been blacklisted by the poultry industry for speaking out against abuses, only to find their situation deteriorate further. "I called Jonathan and his wife Connie. They're in the film. I was crying and they were crying. We just hope you're okay. And that was how it just makes me cry all over again," he told Deadline. Morgan Spurlock's death was announced in May 2024. His brother Craig issued a statement saying, "It was a sad day as we said goodbye to my brother Morgan. Morgan gave so much through his art, ideas, and generosity. Today the world has lost a true creative genius and a special man. I'm so proud to have worked together with him." Immediate details were scarce, but it was revealed that his official cause of death was complications from cancer. At the time of his death, Spurlock had nearly 70 film and television credits, including the docuseries 30 Days. The series producer R.J. Cutler paid tribute to Spurlock's visionary talents via Variety, saying, "So much was about seeing the world from the other's point of view. That was Morgan's vision, and it infused all of his filmmaking. He abhorred hypocrisy, he loved to laugh, and he loved to inspire laughter in others. And as we all know, he wasn't afraid to face criticism for his efforts to make the world a more honest place. He left us way too early, but left the world far richer for having been here." If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe.